Your ego is not your enemy. There was a time in my life where it was really, really difficult for me, and I was just doing a job, like I was just lifting boxes and just placing them into the store. And it was a really hard time for me. And that time, I there was a person here, and he was saying to me that you need to kill your ego if you want to be successful. And when I just look at that guy had a huge belly. He was having a cup of tea, and the tea had a lot of sugar and some cookies, biscuits, whatever you say. He was dipping it and just eating it, and those his mouth was like, what can I say? Like, he was half bald, his hair were really, really thin, and his skin was like flabby. He has no jawline and really, really bad way of living life. And he was saying to me that if you want to become successful, you have to kill your ego. But deep down inside me, I knew even at that and that guy was wrong. And even though if you guys who are just struggling, and then you know that deep inside you something is just saying you that your ego is not your enemy. Your ego is actually the power for you. It can actually give you power to do something on an extra level. If you think there's something that you want to work, and this is just killing your ego, and it's just killing your self-respect, you do not need to chase it. You, in fact, you have to chase something that is uplifting you, that is so much positive, giving energy. So it is you are passionate about, that is really, really, that just lifts you up. But ego is not your enemy. So most people, most guys, they say that ego is your enemy, ego is your enemy, you have to kill ego. But these guys actually do not know what it is. And this is how the matrix plays with you. The matrix, the all this system, this plays with you. It just kills your ego, and when just it kills your ego, you become so much vulnerable. When you become vulnerable, it is easy to control you. See a lion, if you just inject some form of drug into that line, and it just becomes so much lethargic, lazy, and then that line is vulnerable, it is easy to capture. And ego is like when you just face some form of condition, like you from face some social condition, or you are going to a job interview or doing try to do something, you will face that another person who is sitting in front of you is trying to judge you. And when he is trying to judge you, he is passing negative comments about you, he's judging you, he will also praise you. But who the heck is that guy to actually judge you? This actually hurts your ego, and you know it hurts. I'm not saying that it is bad to do a 9 to 5 job, or it is not good to be in those situations. Sometimes life just controls you, and it's okay to be controlled. But your ego, some people say that kill your ego. You can compromise a little bit on what your circumstances are, what your conditions are, and you can sometimes the things are just out of control, but you need to grip the things, grip the conditions and circumstances as much as possible if you want to live the way you want to live your life. You have to, we have to actually create our life. And this is what I learned, that people who are just judging you, giving you advices that man, you should just listen to us, you should just take our advice, it's not good. Even you should not take even my advice, you should just experience it by yourself, because experience is the biggest thing that can teach you. And it was my experience, I really like feel happy about that. I just didn't listen to that guy, and I just didn't kill my ego. And life is beautiful when you just take care of yourself, you take care of your mental health, you take care of your body, you take care of everything that you have, your relations, everything. You shouldn't be arrogant. Arrogance is some different thing, like I am some form of thing. You shouldn't be arrogant, you are nothing. Even if you are a millionaire, you are a billionaire, you are nothing. You shouldn't be arrogant, because arrogance just kills all that stuff. Yeah, when you are just I'm just joking. When you are a millionaire or billionaire, people get arrogant. But the strugglers who are trying to become something, it is like difficult. And arrogance, there is no place for arrogance. But ego is not your enemy. Try to keep your ego, and don't be arrogant, and just do not be vulnerable. Do not be that some people can control you with their ideas, with their minds. Because world is really really like trying to manipulate you, and people just try to take control of you, and they want to judge you, and they want to criticize you badly so that you can be controlled, and they can manipulate you. And always be grateful for what you have.